the name of that college? Can you read it? You can read it. Turn around, like, the cheese. Nice. Does it remind you of Titanic? Oh no, there's like a feet here. But yeah, it might be scary. But there's what? Would that come about though? Yeah. Whoa, that's pretty cool.
I know.
It's really cool.
All right, folks. So we are now in what was originally called the first class main lounge. Today we call this the Queen's
First class
Salon.
main lounge.
And this was where the first class passengers would come during the day to socialize with other first class passengers, or maybe to listen to pre-recorded music selections. The entire theme of this room is music, and if you take a look, you can see that with the etchings on the outside fireplace mirrors. There are musical instruments. Also, the bronze reliefs above each one of the doorways, and then one above the stage. Now those reliefs are entitled Symphony, and they're by Maurice Lambert, whose work we just saw up above in Main Hall not too long ago. In the aft corners of the room, for those of you who don't speak Czech, that's that way, are bronze statuettes. On the starboard side is Cowboy and Bronco by Alan Howes. On the port side is Bison by Alfred J. Oakley. During the day, there might be an organ recital in this room. Sometimes the ship's orchestra, they come in and they take the stage and play favorite music selections throughout the day. And although they never used the room as a dining room, they did serve tea promptly each afternoon at 4 o'clock. And then after tea, this would become the passenger's game room. They had favorite games that they would play, such as bingo. They also had a horse racing game that they loved. It was a form of gambling. They didn't have horses on the ship. What they did is, it's a stupid game. They still play it on cruise ships today. It's called, because today, if someone's got a new movie, they go on to the talk show circuit and you hear about it on Jay Leno or whatever. But they didn't have that then, so if Fred Astaire had a new movie that was hopping a pond or whatever, he'd bring that movie onto the ship when he was making the crossing, and then they'd play his movie in here once or twice during the crossing, and you get to meet him in here and see him in his new movie. Lots of fun. Now the artwork there actually does fit with the theme of the music of the room, the musical theme. You wouldn't understand necessarily unless you know the mythology of unicorns, which says that when two unicorn horns touch, it creates music. So that's why they did that. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I can't make it through my day without coffee. So here's to start off. If you're feeling particularly generous, then you're quite welcome. This was actually part of the long gallery at that time. It was an indoor seating area. People who didn't want to sit on the on-deck indoor seating area. Picture of it right there. On our final voyage here to Long Beach, several of these windows were broken out by waves. So we went ahead and we measured one. We ordered the number we needed to replace. When they got here, we discovered only one fit. It was the one we measured. If you take a look, you'll see all the windows, all the doors on the front deck are a slightly different size, and none of them are square. They're all shaped like this. Provides an extra strength and flexibility. It's the ship is curved at both ends, so shaped like a banana. It's called shear to deck. So yes, you can use just like your grandparents used to say, hey, go to school, walk uphill both ways. You can definitely do that here. You're out in the North Atlantic in the middle of the winter, especially, but summer too. You get 50, 60, 70, even 90-foot waves. Not that uncommon. So the ship will sail up the wave and then tip forward and down the face. We don't have a braking valve. So if you've seen modern cruise ships today when they're in dry dock or whatever, they've got that big point that comes out of the front. That's called a braking valve. What it does is that this ship, the valve is curved straight under. So she goes up the back, tips forward, slides down the face. So if you realize that you have a very short period of time when both the stem and the stern are out of the water, the ship is balanced on the top of that wave. So if you don't have 6 inches of flex in her, she's going to snap. You also have the other problem where some waves come in sets, so you get this set of waves coming in. So you'll go up the back of one and then go up the back. This is our wedding chapel. This was originally the second-class smoking lounge. So yes, if you wanted to, you could come in and have a wedding ceremony here. This is, as I said, this is originally the second-class smoking lounge. And now we use it as the Royal Wedding Chapel. We have a 342-room hotel, and catering service is able to handle anything from a birthday party all the way up to a business convention. So, along with the ship's officer officiating at your service, if you like.
This is the first class level.
No, second class.
This is second class.
Now.
Oh, now it's first
Oh, we're
class.
first
You
class
came
now.
through the door, we're in first class.
Yeah,
How much your room here?
Are these hotel rooms now?
Yes, they are.
너는 어떻게 먹었나? 역시. Çok şükür gezmeye başladık ama.
Çok şükür.
Yani peki politika.
Around 139 is where they start.
There we are. First car.
Well, it depends. They can go up to as much as like 350. And if we if it's a busy time, if it's a convention stuff like that, they can go up as high as like 500.
500.
Yeah. But normally they're not that much. Especially if you go online, you have great deals for rooms online. So. Now I stopped right here for a very specific reason, is to point out something that is so subtle that most people never even notice it, but it's really important. And there's one section on the ship where it is wrong because our engineers screwed it up when they were doing some remodel, and you can really see it. And if you can't see it, you'll notice that it's wrong anyway, even though you may not know what. So how many? It's not wrong here. It's on B deck all the way forward is where it's wrong, but. You've heard of ergonomics, the harmonious blending of man and his environment, correct? Okay. They even had a concept like that in the 30s as well. You're standing in an elevator on that crossing. So after that, the workers came aboard and installed 20 miles of bakelite handrails. This is a mini suite. Mini suite.
Many
It's a mini suite.
And we'll close the door because there's another room back there. Yes, raised thresholds throughout. All right, so just a quick look around. This is a mini suite, as I said. Now, the suites on the ship generally would consist of 5 rooms. The largest would be 10 rooms.
It's pretty
the
good
smallest
size.
Would be 3 rooms. You can sit
back
down in
then.
here if you want to. And that would be any combination of bathrooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, sitting rooms, servants' rooms, even for your maid or valet. Okay, so you'll notice all the built-ins, and so all the furnishings are original. Okay. There's the bakelite fixtures that I was talking about. So you'll see everything in here is all of this bakelite. So again, very nice, very modern. And it's warm to the touch, so you never have to grab anything cold. Okay? Seriously. Now the suites offer the utmost in privacy and in luxury. You could have dinner served in your own private dining room. We could arrange a cocktail party in our sitting room maybe. And then our staff or a ship staff or a combination thereof would serve for us. The suites all have their own private bathrooms. If you looked in the bathroom today, you see there's a very unique feature in there. They have hot and cold fresh and hot and cold salt water. In the early 30s, many people felt that saltwater baths were therapeutic for your skin. They still think that today. Go to a health club, the first thing they'll ask you, would you like to take a mineral bath? Which is an expensive way of asking if you'd like to take a bath in salt water. And then all the towel racks were electrically heated, so you had nice warm towels whenever you stepped out of the tub. The suites also had their own private trunk rooms for luggage. Ladies, I'm going to be very mean to you for a minute. How many of you get to hear about traveling with too much luggage? Okay. The Duke and Duchess of Windsor
No, you cannot go to your thing. Come on.